An invitation to an inner journey. What is the nature of reality? Have you ever stopped and asked yourself if the world you're living in is truly real? This isn't just a lofty philosophical question for people sitting in libraries. It's a question that touches something deep within each of us. It's that strange sense of emptiness when everything seems to be going well. The lingering sadness when a beautiful moment ends too quickly. Or the disappointment we feel when we can never truly hold on to happiness. Thousands of years ago, the Buddha extended a gentle invitation to us: don't blindly believe anything. Instead, look directly at your own experience without assumptions, without clinging, and without fear. To help us do this, he unveiled 2 layers of truth. 1. The veil of reality, the 2 layers of truth. The reality you see, conventional truth, samvriti satya. Every day, we live in a world of names and concepts. This is a chair. It's cold. I am sad. This is conventional truth. It's not wrong, on the contrary. It's incredibly useful. If someone throws a rock, you will feel pain. If someone smiles at you, you will feel warmth. Buddhism doesn't deny this level. It respects it and uses it as a tool for communication in daily life. But if we stop here, we will forever be trapped. Why? Because we confuse the map with the actual territory. We believe that these concepts and labels are solid, unchanging entities. This very confusion is what creates suffering. The reality you seek, ultimate truth, paramartha satya. The Buddha also pointed to a deeper layer, ultimate truth. This is the truth that exists beyond all names and labels. It asks us, what is this moment truly? When we don't add any stories to it, what remains when we stop saying, mine, me, and should have? It is at this level that the word illusion becomes crucial. But let's be clear. Buddhism does not say the world is fake or non-existent. The concept of illusion in Buddhism is fundamentally different from that in Western thought. In Western philosophy, illusion is often a problem of perception. Thinkers try to break through false appearances to find some eternal, unchanging truth. In Buddhism, illusion is a problem of suffering. We see things, feel emotions, and hear words. Then we cling to them, hoping they will last or fearing they will leave. We treat what is temporary as permanent, what is changing as stable, and what is empty of a self as me or mine. This very misunderstanding is the root of all suffering. 2. The 3 marks of existence. Understanding the mechanics of illusion. Every phenomenon and every experience in this world carries 3 universal characteristics, or marks, that we often overlook when we see them directly. The veil of illusion begins to dissolve. 1. Impermanence, anicca. Nothing lasts forever. Your body, your thoughts, the people you love, everything is in a constant state of flux. All phenomena are an unceasing stream, rising and falling moment by moment. We try to grasp a river with our hands and are then disappointed because it forever flows away. 2. Unsatisfactoriness, dukkha. Because everything is impermanent, nothing can give us lasting satisfaction. Even the greatest joy will turn into pain when we try to hold on to it too tightly. The search for lasting happiness in an ever-changing world always ends in frustration. Dukkha is not just physical pain but also the underlying dissatisfaction, anxiety, and sense of lack that exists in the heart. 3. Not self, anatta. This is perhaps the hardest truth to accept, but also the most liberating. What we call I is not a fixed entity. There is no little person inside you making decisions. The self is merely a flow, a collection of sensations, thoughts, habits, memories, and reactions. We suffer not because things appear, but because we believe they belong to a solid me. The Buddha summarized this in the Dhammapada. All conditioned things are impermanent. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. All things are not self. These are not just poetic lines. They are direct, simple, and universal observations. When we begin to see these truths not as beliefs but as reality revealing itself in this very moment, a profound shift occurs. We don't need to escape the world, we just need to see it clearly. 3. The engine of illusion. The law of dependent origination, paticca samuppada. If everything is impermanent, unsatisfactory, and not self, then why does everything keep happening? What sustains this endless stream of experience? The Buddha gave a precise answer, pointing not to a god or a cosmic force, but to a law, dependent origination, paticca samuppada. Like the law of gravity, dependent origination is a direct observation of how reality works. It simply states, when this is, that is. When this ceases, that ceases. Everything arises because of conditions. And when those conditions fall apart, what arose also disappears. Nothing exists alone. A thought, a habit, a relationship, even your sense of self, all are the result of conditions coming together. Remove the causes, and the result fades. Add the causes, and the result reappears. So what fuels this process? The Buddha pointed to two key fuels. 1. Ignorance, avidya. This isn't stupidity, but simply not seeing clearly. We don't see the nature of impermanence, not self, and suffering. We live in a trance, mistaking the temporary for the permanent and the impersonal for the personal. 2. Craving and clinging, tanha and upadana. From the blindness of ignorance, we react to the world. If something feels good, we crave it and cling to it. If something feels bad, we crave for it to go away and cling to the hope of its absence. The world is like a river, always moving. Trying to grasp it with our hands of craving only creates friction. And that friction is suffering. 4. Overcoming illusion, the path to awakening. So, how do we escape this cycle? If there is no solid self, then who suffers? Who feels pain, clings, hopes, and fears? Here is the liberating answer. There is no one who suffers, there is only the process of suffering itself. It's like walking. There is no walker separate from the act of walking. There is just walking happening. Or like thinking. There is no thinker, there is just the process of thinking. Understanding this, we no longer feel like victims of fate or trapped in a fixed identity. We are part of a process. And if we understand that process, we can step out of it. That path is the Noble Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path is not a list of commandments but a complete training of the human heart and mind. It transforms suffering into wisdom and confusion into peace. The path is often grouped into three essential trainings. 1. Morality, sila. This includes right speech, right action, and right livelihood. It's the solid ground beneath our feet. When we choose not to harm others or ourselves, our hearts begin to settle. 2. Concentration, samadhi. This includes right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. We learn to quiet the noise in our heads, steer our thoughts toward what is skillful, and sustain attention with gentle persistence. 3. Wisdom, panya. This includes right understanding and right intention. This wisdom is not intellectual knowledge but direct, experiential insight. It's seeing for ourselves the impermanent, selfless, and unsatisfactory nature of all things. 5. From wisdom to compassion, the gateway to liberation. A profound question often arises on this path. If there is ultimately no solid self, why should we care about anyone else? If life is not self, what is the point of compassion? This is not a challenge, but the very gateway into the heart of Buddhism. Compassion is not a commandment, it is the natural fragrance of wisdom. When we truly see through the illusion of a separate self, the boundaries between I and you begin to dissolve. The pain of another is no longer just theirs. It is simply pain arising in the great web of life to which we all belong. Just as the left hand instinctively rushes to soothe the injured right hand, a wise heart responds to suffering with compassion, not out of duty, but out of clarity. Reality is not something to be argued over, but something to be experienced. The Buddha's teachings do not demand blind faith. They ask for courage, the courage to look deeply, to stay present, and to walk the path for yourself. The end of suffering is not in the future. It is not somewhere far away. It is right here, in this breath, in this awareness, waiting to be seen.